nakita mo na sila ng hindi mo namamalayan. Big hair, the bigger egos, motorcycles na mukhang Gundam cosplaying as fighter jets. Mula sa anime, mga kontrabida, hanggang sa streetwear fashion, ang legacy ng Boss Suzoku ay makikita mo kahit saan. Maririnig mo ang ingay ng mga salinyador nila sa pop culture. But this isn't fiction. It's history.
暴走族ってすごいやっぱり危険にさらされてるわけですよ、常に。
A real gasoline-fueled rebellion that once tore through Japan's concrete veins and left burnt rubber on nation's soul. Meet the Boss Suzoku. It was around 50s and 60s. It all started in the smoggy shadow of post-World War II recovery. Japan was healing, quietly, politely, and painfully. Pero hindi lahat ay gusto ng tahimik. Enter the Boss Suzoku. Literally, Boss Suzoku means the reckless tribe. These were working class kids, karamihan mga teenagers, bored of school, factory life, and social obedience. Yung iba naman ay mga ex-delinquents, habang yung iba, well, passionate about chaos. And motorcycles, they weren't just transport. They were weapon of expression. Yung mga bike nila ay mukhang dinrawing ng mga manga artists. Honda CVs, Yamaha RZs, Kawasaki Z, and Suzuki GTs. Classic Japanese inline 4 and 2-strokes. Modified beyond logic. Extended swing arms, malaking front fairings na tinawag na Gatchubari, tailpipes na sobrang haba na pwede mo na rin gawing flagpoles, Takayari exhaust that didn't just make noise, they committed chaos. And speed, that's optional. But style, that's non-negotiable. And they don't just ride. They started a fashion trend. Yung mga suot nilang uniform, think military meets madness. Tokufoku coats, inspired mula sa mga kamikaze pilots, embroidered with gang names and slogans like death before dishonor. Pompadours that defied both gravity and shame. Wide gloves, combat boots, and enough bravado para mapailing ang mga yakuza. They weren't just riders. They were a show, a brotherhood, and a threat. Hindi lang sila isang malaking subculture. Ito ay hinati sa iba't ibang malalaking mga grupo. At yung mga pangalan ng grupo, parang mga rejected anime titles. The Black Emperors, the Kamikaze Tribe, the Spectre, Tenrokai. And while they weren't exactly model citizens, they weren't full-blown criminals either. Mostly, ang ginagawa lang nila ay illegal parades, racing, noise violations, and flipping off traffic cops with style. Sounds familiar, right? Still, sa mata ng publiko ng Japan society, sila ay mga virus. Kaya noong 1980s, nabuwisit na sa kanilang gobyerno. Crackdowns came fast. Curfews, noise restrictions. Cops started targeting modified bikes and gang parades with surgical precision. By the 2000, Boss Suzoku numbers dropped from tens of thousands to a few hundred. Now, they're almost gone. But dead? Not quite. Hindi nawala ang Boss Suzoku. Ito ay nag-evolve. These days, Boss Suzoku is less about gangs revving under Tokyo's elevated expressways and more about attitude. Yung style nila na nagpasakit ng ulo ng Japan ay lumaganap. Nakikita mo yung ghost nila sa mga streetwear. kahit sa anime. Yung mga series na gaya ng Akira, Tokyo Revengers, Shonan Junai Gumi, they didn't just portray Bosozoku, they immortalized them. Masasabi natin na wala na sila sa mga highways anymore, but their spirit still burns somewhere between nostalgia and rebellion. Sila ay yung mga rebelde. Sila ay mga stylist. They were loud, misunderstood, and completely unforgettable. And now, they're everywhere, whether you recognize them or not. Dahil ang Bosozoku ay hindi lang gang or subculture. Ito ang bumasag ng katahimikan ng Japan after ng World War. A rolling protest wrapped in chrome, chaos, and character. And that never goes out of style.